James Cameron, the legendary 71-year-old Canadian filmmaker, director, producer, and deep-sea explorer, has built one of the most successful careers in Hollywood history. Known for blockbuster epics that combine groundbreaking visual effects, ambitious storytelling, and massive scale, think of the record-shattering successes that redefined what big-budget cinema could achieve. He recently reflected on the starkly different beginnings of his journey. In a candid interview, he peeled back the curtain on the gritty, chaotic reality of working in the super low-budget film world of the early 1980s, a far cry from the high-stakes environments he now commands. Cameron's entry into feature films came with his role as a production designer on the 1980 science fiction movie Battle Beyond the Stars. This project was a modest sci-fi adventure, essentially a low-rent homage to classic space operas, produced on a shoestring budget typical of independent or exploitation cinema at the time. Cameron landed the job somewhat unexpectedly after the original production designer was let go, thrusting the then-aspiring artist into a high-pressure position with little preparation. On his very first day, the production manager sat him down and laid out an array of items that shocked the young Cameron. There was a petty cash voucher for miscellaneous expenses, various crew lists detailing shifts for day and swing crews, and then an assortment of what he described as black beauties, a street term for a type of amphetamine pill, and cocaine. The manager casually explained that these substances were to be distributed to the crew as needed to keep everyone working through long, grueling hours. Cameron, who has always maintained that he avoided recreational drugs and found caffeine sufficient for his energy needs, was stunned. He recalled questioning what exactly he was supposed to do with the items, only to be told matter-of-factly that he would essentially act as a supplier, handing them out to keep morale and productivity up on set. In his recounting, this was simply how things were done in that era's ultra-low-budget filmmaking scene. The phrase, "will work for coke," captured the desperate, exploitative underbelly where crews endured punishing schedules with little pay, and stimulants were used as informal compensation or motivation. This anecdote highlights a dark chapter in Hollywood's history, particularly in the B-movie and independent circuits of the late 1970s and early 1980s. Low-budget productions often operated with minimal oversight, leading to unsafe working conditions, inadequate pay, and reliance on whatever means necessary to finish shoots. Crew members, many young and eager to break into the industry, faced exploitation that included long hours without proper breaks, substandard safety measures, and sometimes pressure to partake in or facilitate drug use to stay alert. Cameron's rise from this environment is remarkable. He went on to direct iconic films that pushed technological boundaries and grossed billions worldwide. His body of work includes intense action thrillers, underwater explorations, and sweeping historical dramas, each demonstrating meticulous planning and innovation. Yet reflecting on those early days serves as a reminder of how far the industry has come in terms of labor standards, though challenges persist even today in certain productions. The story also underscores Cameron's grounded perspective. He never romanticizes the past but uses it to illustrate growth. By sharing this openly, he exposes the ugliest side of filmmaking, the willingness to cut corners on human well-being in pursuit of completion. In an industry that often glamorizes success stories, such honesty about the toll on workers provides valuable context for understanding the evolution of set culture, union protections, and ethical considerations in modern movie making. Cameron's commentary resonates in discussions about worker rights, mental health in creative fields, and the contrast between indie grit and studio polish. It humanizes a titan of cinema, showing that even the most accomplished figures started in environments that demanded resilience in the face of absurdity and potential harm.